welcome to the beautiful and magical island of Hawaii. My name is Kaea Alapai.
Aloha, and I'm Jazz Iglesias. One of the reasons why many consider this island amazing is because it gets bigger every day.
That's right, with our Madam Pele, the fire goddess, together with our powerful oceans and the rhythms from our Mother Earth, Papa, and Sky Father, Wakia. They create a dance and they shape this masterpiece that we call Hawaii.
Kailua Village.
Ahuenaheo, a historical landmark, is the focal point of the village of Kailua Kona and where we begin our tour. Kamehameha the Great led the Hawaiian people and united all the islands under one rule. Ahuena is where he decided to live the last 7 years of his life, preparing his eldest son, Liholiho, to succeed him. From this vantage point, this mighty warrior could survey his kingdom at peace, at long last. His entourage occupied the grounds of what is now known as the King Kamehameha's Kona Beach Hotel, which contains a collection of colorful royal family portraits along with museum-quality cultural and historical exhibits.
From here we move on to Mokuaikawa Church. Early 19th century buildings constructed under the supervision of Governor Kuakini, brother of Queen Ka'ahumanu, influential favorite wife of Kamehameha the Great. Mokuaikawa, Hawaii's oldest church, erected at the request of the New England Congressionalist missionaries who arrived near Ahuena about a year after Kamehameha's death. Governor Kuakini, who was so pleased with Mokuaikawa Church that he put up a similar structure, Hulihe'e Palace, across the street on the ocean for himself and his family. This palace subsequently became both a playground and a retreat for royalty, one of only 3 royal palaces in the United States, the others 2 being on the island of Oahu. The Daughters of Hawaii, Hulihe'e's current caretakers and curators, share with you fascinating history of Hawaii's monarchy and the essence of what our Hulihe'e Palace has come to share. Unless you'd like to dine in one of Kailua Village's excellent restaurants or browse in some of its charming shops, it's time to take a leisurely spin down Ali'i Drive, Kona's main street. In between the business buildings, condominiums, homes, and hotels, you can view on your right an oceanfront of paradise. All along Ali'i Drive, you will see many beaches to surfboard, body surf, and picnic.
Near the end of Ali'i Drive, just south of the surfing heiau that sits side by side with St. Peter's Catholic Church, is Kahalu'u Beach Park, another great place for surfers and snorkeling. Simply put, it's a walk-in aquarium full of broad spectrum of beautiful tropical fish, plus a family of green sea turtles. Since the water is shallow, the rocky breakwater acts as a shield against big waves. Also, there are lifeguards to watch over you during daylight. Our next location to visit is the sacred site of Keauhou Bay, the birthplace of Kamehameha Ekolu, Kamehameha III. Kawikiauli, as he was called, was stillborn but brought back to life by a quick-thinking kahuna, or priest, who revived him in that very spring. He went on to become the longest-ruling Hawaiian monarch of all, witnessing major changes in government organization and land ownership. The path through this hidden treasure meanders up and down beneath hovering cliffs, offering you the opportunity to spend a few meditative moments on one of its secluded benches.
As we leave Keauhou Bay, we begin heading south. The communities of South Kona have names that flow like the ocean waves thousands of feet below them. Kainaliu, Kealakekua, Captain Cook, Honaunau, Ho'okena, Miloli'i. This green zone of farms and ranches, everything grows agriculturally. Bananas, coffee, macadamia nuts, mangoes, papayas, not to mention marvelous veggies. A stop off at a roadside fruit stand is highly recommended. You may even come across one that's run on the honor system, in which case you stash the appropriate amount of cash in a little lockbox for the pleasure and privilege of a healthy feast on local produce.
Our next location to visit is Kealakekua Bay, where we find the Captain Cook Monument. In the last quarter of the 18th century, Western Europe, Captain James Cook of England was introduced to Hawaii. A great location to go on kayak and also embrace the underwater display of amazing sea life.
Our next location to visit is the Painted Church. Its formal name is St. Benedict's. And like its Hawaiian neighbor, the sanctuary walls are full of religious folk art created by the parish's first priest, in response to the discovery that a majority of his parishioners couldn't read. Although literacy became a priority amongst Hawaiians before long, the art was so well received that it's been preserved for posterity, visual storytelling, and has always been universally appealing. Pu'uhonua o Honaunau. This National Historical Park is home to spectacular beaches, a created village, and most especially to Pu'uhonua, Hawaiian for place of refuge. As soon as you enter the grounds, you can feel its power and tranquility. Local people say it's always good to ask for permission before entering this sacred place out of respect for the spirits that still reside there. After stopping by the visitor center, embark on your self-guided walking tour. This starts with a reconstructed village where you will find a genuine historical experience. It teaches customs and culture of this complex society. Behind this thatched structure stands a wall, 10 feet tall and 17 feet thick. People could find asylum here if they had broken a strict kapu or law, or if they needed protection during a battle. Believed to be established in the 12th century, it was once part of a system of places of refuge dispersed across the islands. Most were disassembled after the arrival of the missionaries. Today, it is the only one of its kind remaining. This sacred site still emanates the peace it once protected.
Standing like sentinels, statues of indigenous wood mark the area's kapu. These ki'i were mistakenly translated as tiki by missionaries. Weathered and hand-carved, they watch over the peace of this place from the grounds of Haleokeave Temple. Even today, offerings are still left on the tiered platform. Some of the gifts are for the gods, some for the people, and some for the land. Some people say that adjacent to this temple lies one of Hawaii's intense vortexes of spiritual energy. Established as a sanctuary for people, this place is also a haven of rest and peace for the honu, or sacred Hawaiian green sea turtle. They casually graze the algae in the water and rest in the sun on the warm black rocks of the pools. So watch your step, as their polished shells can look like marbled stones. No single animal embodies the peace of this joining of land and sea better than this magnificent and ancient animal. They deserve our respect and to be given space. As you say goodbye to the place of refuge, be sure to take one last look back. It will leave you touched by a sense of deep peace and wisdom.
South Point is the southernmost part of the United States, also known to our kupuna or ancestors as Kalai. Although a bit remote, it's a very powerful location upon the island of Hawaii, and definitely worth a visit. Just by standing there amongst the land, one can feel its mana, or energy.
Our next location to visit is famous for being the most active volcano in the world and the home of the Hawaiian goddess Pele. Kilauea has been erupting almost continuously since 1982. Be sure not to let Pele's conspicuous acts of destruction overshadow the subtle underlying current of creation.
Puna's Hot Pond. A roadside attraction that's worth a lengthy detour off Highway 11 between Volcano and Hilo, if you have lots of time, is Pu'ala'a Beach Park. It presents you with a pleasant surprise. Stepping into the tranquil waters of the hot pond here, you feel the natural warmth washing away any residue of less than peaceful thoughts. Puna's hot ponds are fed by a therapeutic combination of trickling volcanic thermal springs and gently lapping waves of the ocean. With the perfect balance of sea salt and fresh water, the wetness against your skin feels both clean and silky. Small fish swim gracefully around you, curiously exploring and kissing your toes in hopes of food. Seeming to bring forth spiritual inspiration and self-expression, Hu'ala'apul can certainly nourish both body and soul.
Puna's hot pond is the most beautiful spot to go and meditate. Sit in silence. Let the water surround you, refreshing your innermost being, allowing it to heal you as you heal yourself. Water to the old ones was so sacred. Rivers run through Mother Earth as veins run through us. We are her children.
Mauna Kea, White Mountain, is the tallest mountain in the world. Though impressive at 14,000 feet elevation, it actually surpasses Everest due to its secret, the additional 19,000 feet hidden below sea level. This culturally and spiritually sacred place is home to the goddesses of snow and mist, Poliahu and Lilinoi, linking the lineage uniting Hawaiians with their divine origin. Mauna Loa, Long Mountain, is the largest mountain in the world, with most of its mass looming under the sea. Still actively erupting, it provides the grounding force and foundation for this island. This monolith holds great mana. As a respected elder, it will impart blessing and knowledge on those who come showing respect and seeking wisdom.
Our next location to visit is Hilo, the wet side of the island. Hilo, also meaning the first phase of the crescent moon, is aptly named to signify the graceful crescent shape of its bay. Your experience of Hilo begins as you reach the end of Highway 11. There you enter Banyan Drive, where the branches of banyan trees, members of the ficus species, form a canopy overhead. A little inlet nearby provides a perfect small boat sanctuary. Following Banyan Drive a short distance, you arrive at Liliuokalani Gardens on your right. Modeled in the Japanese Shinto style, this park's fish ponds, tea houses, rock gardens, and arched bridges celebrate the beauty of a type of landscaping and architecture that originated in Japan. Japanese culture introduced itself to Hawaii in the late 1800s with the coming of the first Japanese immigrants. Although Hawaii's plantation structure, tropical climate, and ethnic diversity presented a new way of life for them, they remained deeply rooted in their traditions, which fostered the growth of a strong Japanese community. Their contributions to the local scene, especially in education and business, play a big role in the Hawaii of today.
Cross the footbridge to Coconut Island, also known as Mokuola or Island of Life. Once a place of healing and refuge, it is surrounded by many freshwater springs said to be beneficial to health. Liliuokalani Gardens and Coconut Island offer outstanding photo opportunities. When leaving Liliuokalani Gardens, to the north on Kamehameha Avenue, you come to downtown Hilo. With its eclectic mix of shops, ethnic cuisine, museums, and historic buildings. The Visitor Information Center, located to the right of Mo'oheau Park Bus Terminal, provides a variety of resources. Stop and enjoy the Hilo Farmers Market on Wednesday and Saturday mornings. Also visit the Tsunami and Lyman Museums and the Mokupapapa Discovery Center. All are in the vicinity. Continuing north on Kamehameha Avenue, we begin to see signs marking the Rainbow Falls parking lot. Rainbow Falls is an 80-foot-long cataract which drops into a pool almost 100 feet in diameter. Rainbows can often be observed when the early morning sun shines into the mist at the bottom. A short hop, and we reach Wailuku River State Park. This area is also known as Boiling Pots. A short walk takes you to a viewing platform that allows you to see Wailuku River. When rushing at full speed over pool-like caves, the water seems as if it's boiling.
Beyond Honoka'a by 11 or 12 miles, Waipi'o awaits your attention. The most magical and mysterious of the 7 spectacular waterfall-bejeweled valleys that crown the Big Island's northern regions, Waipi'o possesses legends and myths. The story is told that Kamehameha himself was hidden away in a vini close to Waipi'o soon after his birth with a trusted family member, because a prophecy like the one that triggered Herod's massacre of the innocents was making the rounds. This prophecy predicted that a male child born at the time into the ali'i, or chiefly class, would grow up to rule all the Hawaiian Islands. Kamehameha, as we know, lived to fulfill what turned out to be his destiny.
On the way to Waimea, you will pass emerald green pastures in this cow and horse country. You'll see signs of many spreads, but Parker Ranch is the major player in these parts. One of the largest privately held ranches in the whole United States, let alone Hawaii, it has ties to Kamehameha the Great that may surprise you. In the early 19th century, Kamehameha befriended young John Parker. Kamehameha put Parker in charge of controlling the cattle given to him by Captain George Vancouver, sweetening the deal with Waimea land and a Hawaiian chief's wife. Since this livestock had become a huge, wide-ranging nuisance, this was a rather daunting responsibility. Parker proved himself equal to it, however, which is the way his dynasty began. Leaving Waimea, we begin heading up Kohala Mountain Road, on which you'll be soaring into the sky like an eel, the regal Hawaiian hawk. The swelling grassy slopes of the extinct volcano appear absolutely breathtaking, broken up periodically by graceful windbreak. If you're fortunate enough to be out and about on a clear day, then you can see the telescope-studded top of Mauna Kea, or White Mountain, ruled over during certain seasons of the Hawaiian snow goddess Poliahu. This scenic drive continues to hold precious Hawaiian myths and legends in its landscape that keep the mystical essence alive.
Descending into the former plantation towns of Hawi and Kapa'au, you may feel as if you're entering a time warp that whirls you backward 100 years. There are lots of old plantation buildings in this area. A very laid-back town, one can get a sense of real peace being here. On the southern outskirts of Hawi lays the birthplace of Kamehameha, an ancient sacred site. Mo'okini has been maintained for many centuries by multiple generations of the same Hawaiian family. The birthplace offers the opportunity to imagine how the powerful spiritual influences of these places must have made their mark upon Kamehameha as he matured to manhood. These are locations to be explored with extreme respect.
Meant to be together. Myself
back on the highway again heading south, our next location to visit, Lapakahi State Historical Park, is a restored ancient Hawaiian fishing village. Here's how long ago Hawaiians lived along the coastline prior to the arrival of others. Arrival of Europeans, Asians, and others who eventually altered the environment. You can investigate up close the kinds of daily activities people were involved in during that era. The techniques and gathering practices that were held here play an important part in Hawaii's wealth of knowledge.
Pu'ukohola Heiau, a national historic site that overlooks not only an underwater shark heiau, Haleo Kapuni, but also the ruins of what was once either an agricultural or a war temple, Mailekini. Upon this commanding promontory, Kamehameha fulfilled another prophecy that predicted he would rule all the islands if he constructed a great heiau here to the war god Pu Kailimoku, or Ku, according to exact detailed dimensions. He did so, hauling large ocean-smooth lava stones down a 20-mile human chain from Pololu Valley to this destination, sweating in the hot sun alongside his laboring warriors, something hardly ever seen among royalty. At a subsequent consecration celebration, his last major rival from his home island was inadvertently killed, then offered to Ku as a sacrifice, the final such gift to a god soon to be forbidden by Kamehameha. This magnificent monument to the blessings bestowed upon him by his deities must have sent intimidating messages to would-be offshore invaders. A walking tour of this wonderful historic site is highly recommended.
South Kohala. Leaving Pu'ukohala Heiau, we continue our journey heading south where we return to the modern part of Hawaii. Here you will find high-end resorts, glittering gems and tropical destinations that decorate the South Kohala coastline. You will find hotels, restaurants, and shops at all of these resorts. First among these are Mauna Kea and Hapuna Prince. Here you will find the best white sand beach on the Big Island of Hawaii. Next, we come to Mauna Lani. Waikoloa Beach.
Completing our circular tour of the Big Island of Hawaii Island, we arrive at Kaloko Honokohau, a national park that celebrates the indigenous people of Hawaii. It penetrates deep into the Hawaiian antiquity by preserving evidence of 1,000 years of society. It links the touched with the heartfelt, transcending the physical into the spiritual, by preserving values, ideas, beliefs, and legends. The park is a window into which you can glimpse the lives of generations of Hawaiians. On the land where they live is also a doorway to creating a future where traditional values of Hawaiian people can flourish. Visit Kalokohonokohau and feel the ancestors, the gods, and the chiefs.
My dad and I thank our kupuna for passing their knowledge. Mahalo anui loa.
We do hope you enjoyed watching our tour on the Big Island of Hawaii, and we wish to say mahalo, which means thank you. I'm Jazz Iglesias.
And I'm Ka'ea Alapa'i, and we wish you a big aloha.
Try wait a minute, sister. Please tell them what aloha means.
It's our way of saying we share love with all, to have unconditional love in unity and harmony with the elements of land and sea, and especially each other. It also means hello, goodbye.
Okay, speaking of goodbye, DVD pal, sister.
Okay, my brother, aloha.
Aloha.
So now it's time for you to go out and explore this amazing island and have some fun, huh?
For a listing on a few things to do while you're here on the Big Island, please go to your menu section of your DVD and click on Fun Things to Do.
Aloha!
Jibanganami, Jibana, Jiba, Jibana, Nea, 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 Nea. Punje cabeza do bada, punje cabellera. Ando laste, falegma, yama. Basia que vaya na sodeta. Ena meia da pasado. La la. Magali, eba. Zile kubeta sa te nana. Zile kubeta sa te nana. Mingu. Pedazo. Relação. Botica. Aqui dois separei. Aqui dois te walei. Ando lá gente para panhete gay. Ai massa bebê yako. Oye di Zimbabwe. Oye di Zimbabwe. Ela começa. Jipani pani la huesa ategua silembe. Agito wane, angola fare pane. Zipa ai tika, zipa ai tika, zipa ai tika. Zipa ya we, zipa da nama tika, zipa so nama zipa zipa magini sini pasole magini sini pasole